position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Huskies ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Plows through the defense. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say?
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oftentimes defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job on the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Punt is on its way. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Offense in a bunch formation. Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, You've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another 1st down. Leaves it with the back. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Really nice play call there by the defensive coordinator as well. He was trying to do something aggressive to stop the momentum of the offense. They looked pretty good on this drive. They were marching the football down the field, but on that critical 3rd down, the D coordinator dials it up, the pass rush at the right time, trusting his guys up front to get it done, and they're able to get the sack.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's complete to the left. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Washington.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second. And the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The Demon Deacons want to move quickly. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to it early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. The give to the tailback. Creates a little space. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Quarterback keeps it. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Unloads quickly. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Wide receiver comes in motion. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive linemen? When they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
They run it, they get the 1st down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the Demon Deacons headed quickly to the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The inside handoff. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Trying to pound it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations.
Touchdown, Wake! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give on the inside. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Makes the catch.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
It's complete to the right. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Out of the gun, the inside give. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's call it.
Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Carolina is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping in Chapel Hill. They're trailing by 22 to South Carolina. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here comes the heat. Got the first down himself. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to pass. Finds the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Washington.
So the offense will go for it around midfield. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover on down.
One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Demon Deacons will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even... Breaks into the open! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
At midfield, he's got room. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Wants to throw on first down. Throwing right. He's got it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
The Huskies want to crank the tempo.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Running into the open space. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Quarterback will keep it. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Direct snap. There he goes. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And that will be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Quickly complete. Touchdown, Huskies! A great catch and run for 6. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. And the Demon Deacons racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
second down, they'll go to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. He caught it. Touchdown, Damon Deeks. And that one will give him the lead.
Aggressive, 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 man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. A little release to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a line...
Turning on the Jets! And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll move the wide receiver. The jet sweep pass. Creates a little room. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top. Going to try to put one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick completion to the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! He has been precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
The Demon Deacons moving quickly to the line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are, and look, they got the...
Oh, he's got some space.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
And the Demon Deacons will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wake Forest! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
And we'll have a shakeup in the Mountain West standings this week. Check this out. UTEP handled its business today, and given what the week was like in El Paso, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Mountain West, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Buys a little extra time. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack.
How about this defense? Getting to the quarterback in back-to-back plays. You want to pressure the quarterback. If you get him on the ground, it's gravy. Nice job. 2 sacks in a row, bringing up a 3rd and long situation.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's complete on the right side. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
One of the things that really impresses me about this receiving group is their physical receivers. They can break tackles. They don't just go down as soon as someone gets close to them. These guys are always fighting for extra yards.
Snagged out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He's got it on the right. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Trying to take it back. 10. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off. pads the lead for his team. He's still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Turns it on in midfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
You know, you wonder sometimes if this quarterback, because of the success he's had earlier in the game, running the ball, just thinks every time I scramble, something good is going to happen. I think that time, guys, he should have stayed in the pocket and tried to take a shot, because it looked to me like he had a guy open downfield.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Gets it out quickly. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Now adjusting. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. On the run, fires downfield. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. 4th down, gotta have it here. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
To the air on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. Lee takes to the air. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
Triple zeros on the clock. Win or lose right here, or play on. He'll set up to throw. Here's the pressure. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And this defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Brought down after the pick, and time has run out.